A very good morning to all of you. In this class, I am going to start with another important topic of chapter respiration in plant, and the topic is glycolysis. In the glycolysis that means glucose breakdown of glucose molecule, but in the glycolysis process, the partial breakdown or incomplete oxidation of glucose molecule takes place, where in the first the glycolysis denoted or considered by Emden Meyerhoff, Parnas. Given the glycolysis process, according to name of these scientists, the glycolysis also known by the EMP pathway. EMP pathway. EMP pathway. Which is also known as EMP pathway. Now in the EMP pathway, that is after the name of the scientist, in this pathway the glycolysis is simply 10-step process which takes place in cytoplasm or considered as anaerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration, because without using of oxygen, the incomplete oxidation of glucose. Incomplete oxidation of glucose, which takes place in cytoplasm, which is anaerobic condition. Now, the anaerobic respiration takes place in prokaryotes and some unicellular eukaryotes. Unicellular eukaryotes like yeast. So, due to this reason, the glycolysis is simply a primitive type of breakdown of glucose where incomplete digestion of or oxidation of glucose takes place inside the cytoplasm. If the cell do not have mitochondria, that type of cell also represents the anaerobic respiration, like in RBCs, because RBCs lack mitochondria, cell organelles and the nucleolus for the greater number of they can carry greater number of hemoglobin for binding with the oxygen, so that they can carry greater number of oxygen. Now, due to this reason, the RBC also respire only by the or use only 2 ATP and form only 2 ATP energy, because during the glycolysis, because they lacks the mitochondria. That is the reason behind the anaerobic respiration. In muscle cells also, when the condition during the exercise, anaerobic condition also appear in muscle cells. During that condition, they also use or form only 2 ATP. During that time, the partial breakdown of glucose molecule takes place in the synthesis of pyruvic acid, or pyruvic acid undergoes in the fermentation, lactic acid fermentation and alcoholic fermentation. They form alcohol and carbon dioxide during the synthesis. Now, okay. Let us discuss about the glycolysis. How the 10-step process carried out in living organism. Now, in the glycolysis or in the plant, sucrose is a disaccharide which generally synthesized in the photosynthesis process. A sucrose breakdown of sucrose molecule into the glucose or fructose in the presence of enzyme invertase. In the presence of enzyme invertase. Now, glucose undergoes in the glycolysis with the help of enzyme hexokinase to form fructose 6-phosphate. Fructose 6-phosphate. Again, here is by the use of ATP, one ATP molecule used and one phosphate group for making energetic, making the reaction, so that the glucose converted into the fructose 6-phosphate. Now after this, after converting the fructose into first there will be formation of glucose 6-phosphate. Glucose 6-phosphate. Now, with the help of isomerase enzyme, the glucose is converted into fructose 6-phosphate. Fructose 6-phosphate. Again, after the use of one ATP, again the ADP formation occur, or through the one phosphate, the fructose is converted into fructose 1,6-bisphosphate. 1,6-bisphosphate. Now, fructose 1,6-bisphosphate converted into 3-phosphoglyceraldehyde. 3-phosphoglyceraldehyde, which is interchangeable with dihydroxy acetone phosphate. Dihydroxy acetone phosphate. Dihydroxy acetone phosphate. Dihydroxy acetone phosphate. Now 3-phosphoglyceraldehyde then convert in the presence of dehydrogenase, NAD plus dehydrogenation takes place, NAD plus to NADH plus H plus formation occur on the 3-phosphoglyceraldehyde, and there will be formation of 1,3-bisphosphoglyceric acid, 1,3-bisphosphoglyceric acid. Now again 1,3-bisphospho undergoes in the phosphorylation, where from ATP gets synthesized. So phosphorylation happen at the region of 1,3-bisphosphoglyceric acid. Now convert to form 3-phosphoglyceric acid. Then 3-phosphoglyceric acid convert into 2-phosphoglycerate. 2-phosphoglycerate, and that is converted into phosphoenol pyruvate. Here removal of one water molecule takes place. Now another ATP at the end of phosphoenol pyruvic acid form. So this is the overall glycolysis, where the sucrose is converted into glucose and fructose, where the glucose is formed by 6 carbon containing molecule. Glucose has the 6 carbon. During in the glucose molecule, first use of hexokinase for making the reaction energetic, there will be formation of glucose 6-phosphate. Now the glucose 6-phosphate isomerized in the presence of enzyme isomerase or convert into fructose 6-phosphate. Then use of ATP 1-phosphate again used. That phosphate bind with the first carbon of fructose and form fructose 1,6-bisphosphate. All the compound have the 6 carbon. Now fructose 1,6-bisphosphate converted into 3-phosphoglyceraldehyde, which is interchangeable with dihydroxyacetone phosphate, or here the 3 carbon of phosphoglyceric acid. Now 6 carbon here, 3 carbon here, so there is 2 molecule of 3-phosphoglyceraldehyde. Now again 2 molecule from the phosphoglyceraldehyde 1,3-bisphosphoglyceric acid form, where the dehydrogenation takes place in the presence of enzyme dehydrogenase, which remove the hydrogen or reduce the NAD plus. Remove hydrogen from the compound and reduce NAD plus, which is stored in the form of the electrons stored in the form of hydrogen or bond energy. Now 1,3-bisphosphate undergoes in the again phosphorylation, where the ATP synthesized from the 1,3-bisphosphoglyceric acid. So the phosphate of first carbon synthesize ATP. Now 1,3-bisphosphoglyceric acid undergoes in the formation of 3-phosphoglyceric acid. Now here is again 2 molecule of these form, 2 molecule of and the carbon is 3 carbon here and 3 carbon here. For example, 3 carbon and 3 carbon. All have no any carbon dioxide release, carbon is released in the oxidized form, because in the glycolysis the partial combustion of glucose molecule takes place, which removes only the hydrogen, not the carbon or carbon dioxide. Now 2-phosphoglycerate undergoes in the formation of phosphoenol pyruvate by the removal of H2O molecule or from phosphoenol pyruvate or PAP. The pyruvic 2 molecule of pyruvic acid form. Here is again 2 molecule. So overall all the 6 carbons are present as like the glucose molecule. No any carbon will remove during the glycolysis process in the form of oxides, in the form of carbon dioxide. So if we are going to calculate the number of steps takes place in the glycolysis, this is the first step, second step, third step, fourth step, 5 step, 6 step, 7 step, 8 step, 9 step and 10 step. So overall 10 step process is glycolysis, in which first step and the third step utilize ATP. The utilization of ATP, use of ATP at first and third step. At the first and third step, where the formation of ATP takes place at the 7th step and 9th step. Once again. Here is again the phosphorylation takes place, where formation of ATP formed by ADP. So again phosphorylation takes place in the 9th step. Now the 7th step and the 9th step together form, or phosphorylation simply, phosphorylation occur at 7 and 9 step. 7 and 9 step. Phosphorylation occur at 7 and 9 step. So now, at which step dehydrogenation takes place? At the 5th step, the dehydrogenation. In the 5th step, the dehydrogenation takes place to form the 1,3-bisphosphate. So dehydrogenation takes place at 5th step. So these are, now let us calculate the number of ATP synthesized. There are 4 ATP synthesized by the glycolysis. The first and the second ATP, but the reaction proceeding to chain, that means here is 2 molecule of phosphoglycerol aldehyde. So overall they undergoes in 2 chain reaction, where if they undergoes in 2 time in the same chain reaction, first molecule proceed in the reaction to form pyruvic acid, and the second molecule to proceed in the reaction to form pyruvic acid, or thus the overall formation of ATP 2 here and 2 molecule of ATP at this region. So overall 4 ATP synthesized, but in the reaction 2 ATP, first ATP in first step and the second ATP in third step used during the first and third step used during the glycolysis. So 2 ATP used during the glycolysis. So net gain of ATP is about 2 ATP only. 2 ATP only. So how many dehydrogenation takes place? Next is how many dehydrogenation takes place? The only single hydrogenation takes place in one molecule of phosphoglycerolhaldehyde, 3-phosphoglycerolhaldehyde. If two molecule of phosphoglycerolhaldehyde undergoes the same reaction, so overall two molecule of dehydrogenation takes place. So two molecule of NADH plus H plus synthesized. So if we talk about the products of ATP, so overall 2 ATP and 2 NADH plus H plus synthesized during the glycolysis process. Now glycolysis process. So the overall reaction is that in the glycolysis process, plants have the carbohydrate in the form of sucrose molecule. So there will be breakdown of sucrose molecule into the glucose and fructose. Then glucose undergoes in the glycolysis to form pyruvic acid, where the partial combustion of carbohydrate takes place. The glucose first react with in the presence of enzyme hexokinase to form glucose 6-phosphate. So for making the glucose 6-phosphate from glucose, there will be use of ATP. So 1-phosphate is used. For making then undergoes isomerization. The glucose 6-phosphate isomerized to form fructose 6-phosphate. Now the fructose 6-phosphate again use ATP for the formation of fructose 1,6-bisphosphate. Then breakdown of fructose 1,6-bisphosphate into two molecule of phosphoglycerolhaldehyde. Then in the phosphoglycerolhaldehyde, dehydrogenation takes place. After the dehydrogenation, 1,3-bisphosphoglyceric acid will form. The 1,3-bisphosphoglyceric acid then undergoes in phosphorylation to form ATP molecule from 1,3-bisphosphoglyceric acid, and the product will be 3-phosphoglyceric acid. Now 3-phosphoglyceric acid undergoes again reaction to form phosphoglycerate, or from the glycerate there will be formation of ethanol by the dehydrogenation. Through the dehydration, one water molecule released from the phosphoenol pyruvate, or one ATP also get formed from the phosphoenol pyruvate, and there will be formation of pyruvic acid and the end product of the glycolysis. So student, here is the overall about the pyruvic acid, formation of pyruvic acid during the glycolysis process, or during the glycolysis process. Then after the pyruvic acid enter into the aerobic respiration. After this, the fermentation is also takes place in some bacteria and unicellular eukaryotes, where the pyruvic acid not undergoes in aerobic respiration. From the pyruvic acid, the formation of lactic acid and ethanol takes place in bacteria, in prokaryote and unicellular eukaryote. So that is the yeast. So the fermentation of cereals in beverage company or liquor companies takes place through the yeast, where they ferment the glucose or carbohydrate to form the ethanol and carbon dioxide. That's why due to the formation of carbon dioxide, our dough, when we use yeast for making dough fluffy, so fluffy appearance given by the yeast due to the formation of carbon dioxide. So the formation of carbon dioxide, that is or ethanol, is a complete combustion of glucose molecule, because in the glycolysis process there is no removal of carbon in the form of carbon dioxide. So it is clear that still there is there will be all the carbon present in the pyruvic acid, because two molecule of pyruvic acid consider that through the we understand that the overall 6 carbon are present, because one pyruvic acid contains 3 carbons, so 2 molecule contains 6 carbon. All the carbons present in the pyruvic acid, so no any carbon remove during the glycolysis in the form of oxide, or there will be no oxidation takes place in the carbon molecule. Now oxidation always only takes place in aerobic respiration in mitochondria, where the formation of acetyl coenzyme A through the when acetyl coenzyme A enter into the Krebs cycle, rest of the carbon remove in the Krebs cycle. So here is overall about the glycolysis. In next class we will discuss about the next topic. I hope you like this video. So students, thank you for listening and watching me.